Enjoying. Oh, I suppose that shit, the fucking goal thing. I need to update that. Make Duna station. Is it like transfer station? I don't know if that makes sense. Eh. Yeah, but that's what we're doing. So my mission plan involves sending 2 cargo ships first, and this is after setting up a relay. 2 cargo ships, and 1 cargo ship has 4 base modules, or maybe 3 base modules plus a rover. So the equivalent of 4 modules. And then the second cargo ship would be carrying all the refinery equipment and maybe some extra stuff. And then the third one, which is the one that we're starting with first because we like to do things backwards here, is the Mars, the crude station. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Because it's the most interesting. Or at least I think it will be. So I'm going to start it off with sort of like a control center. And I am going to use... I think I want to use this pod. I don't know. It's going to go out to a 3.5 meter diameter. This is going to be like a central hub. But while I do that, I also need a station and then a place to put the rotating spire. Goodness, my brain is... I feel like this is such like a... I just gotta start. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't even know. There isn't even a definition of perfect for something like this, so I don't know why I'm thinking so hard already. I suppose I'll do like, yeah, that's decent. I'm gonna be very, very detailed with this. Which might make it boring, but it isn't to me, so it shouldn't be to you. Thank you for your comment, Roof Squared. How do I not have 1 million? Gee, I don't know. Because, you know, that is a good question, actually. I don't have an answer for that. I think that's a good scheme right there. And I gotta make sure the fairing, I don't really want that. What's the inside? Oh, there's the blue. And the green. Oh my. Let me, is that the heat shield or the fairing? Or the decoupler? It's definitely the, oh goodness. I'm already overwhelming myself with information. Okay, so we haven't touched the paint on that, so that's definitely just the inside of this thing. I'll make it, whatever makes sense. There's that bronze color. There we go. I like that. I don't want to be crazy with it. I do want it to look good from all angles. If only I could make it dirtier, but it only works that way on the plain parts with this mod. I don't know if I want to use that or a shielded port. Oh, and I really am not, I don't need to have a decoupler there, honestly. I might flare it out, actually. That looks, I could save that as just something. I want to see what I did with the colors. Wrong size. Oh my god, it's because I default to the heat shield and didn't even realize what I was doing. And I did it again. Is anything... Oh my goodness. That's my fault for having such bright settings. Yeah, the detail just destroys the reflectiveness. But I want the reflect. But that doesn't look good. And then absolute white is just crazy. That's what white paint looks like. What does oh my god. Stock light is what I'm looking for. Well, that's what's going on. If I do more detail, it just gets crazy bright. So I have to do something like that. Unless maybe I put parts there. I'm thinking very, very hard in this because that's how I get them to look good. That's what the secret is. Okay, so these are gonna be silver because I would feel like it's glitching out. I don't want to spend more than like an hour, 45 minutes making this. So I better get a move on. Okay, I don't understand how I attach these originally because they don't want to go perfectly in the middle. Even if I do this sort of thing. And if I add parts, it may not seem like a big deal, but it's going to up the part count in the end. And if I end up... That is perfectly aligned. Okay, so that's how you do it. I don't know if that's better or if that's better. I feel like that is. I'm hoping paint will improve it even more. I need... water. Okay. Like the design I did for the lander, but with these. There we go. That's... Oh my goodness. Let's bump the red up even more. How's that look orange? It looks very bright. What if I do... Oh, what? So it's less green and blue. Yeah, I have to take the specular or it's the metallic. Yeah, take down. Now it looks pretty good, I would say. This light. There we go. There we go. I'll make it brighter. Okay, so the metallic is... Oh my... Oh, oh. Oh no, I think it was a good texture. I don't know what I did, but I know what I did. I'm amazed. my own genius. I'm assuming red has to be like, no? No? So I want to find all the issues. I'm gonna recolor. What happens if I take them and do like wrong thing? It's the metal colors. Yeah. Yeah, just do a different metal. Same as before. But there is a point where it looks gray. But it's not the right color, unfortunately. I can only make it kind of more detailed or shiny in between. I don't know why this is bothering me so much. It's like, that doesn't look too bad, actually. It just needs, like, now it's gonna need things on it to detail it. Dance. It does to me. This is where I'm gonna put a science. Maybe I go straight to the spire. I don't know. I'm thinking so hard about this. Because if I go straight to the spire, can I recolor monopropellant tanks? Hello? Why's my left click not doing anything? Is it because that's open? Okay. Ah, that's gonna look ugly though. I don't. These parts aren't recolored. But maybe it's better off if we go straight to a goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I was gonna get this out. I think you're seeing how I make them look decent. I just take an absurd amount of time. We're gonna make one of these beige white and one of these silver was different design. So now I'll do gold for. So this will be like a module composed of a rotating spire. I'm thinking, or yeah, I don't know. The idea is like it's a 5 meter rocket that would be. I think I can make it a little bit bigger. I can also do things like just add random tanks. Those like line up nicely. I suppose they do. And then, does it make sense to have these directly over them? If so, wait, hold on. There could be enough space. We're just gonna have to do something different with the. So these should be on the hole, and this can be a. It should slope down, I shall say. Oh my goodness, and this could line up really well. I mean, I can add like a pod there, so I'm trying to say like a lookout thing. Kind of like an actual ship. I don't know. This is ridiculous. What am I doing? Oh my goodness! I can recolor these. Splendorous. What color were they before? They were like a blue, right? Come on, come on. Where were they at? Yeah. Okay. So the blue can stay blue, but I'm gonna add that and also make it kind of metallic and shiny like everything else on my spacecraft. And you'll actually make it very specular, but only a little bit. But how does that look like detail? That might be what I'm looking for. I don't know. But I contrasted the writing as well. Oh my. Oh my. It's kind of just over the top though, but how's that one? I don't know why, I'm just used to defaulting to gold for everything. And now we got the radiators back. So, yeah. All right. maybe there we go. And we can still add those fuel tanks I was talking about, but just differently. Yeah. I built one last week, a Duna lander. And I'll show. I've got a few. This is the first one. You can't see all too much. I don't think it has like a good mode to attach it to, but I don't know. It's got a vector there. It flips over like the Lockheed Martin one or a Starship or something similar. And it always ends up having like 250 meters per second landing with airplane. But that's also without doing any maneuvers. Idea here is very, very simple. This will be the first module that two so it's basically gonna be like a 1.5 meter spire or something that docks to it this with a just like a can or something on top. So it's gonna only be very small areas of artificial gravity. And if possible, I want to aim for a cadence that's like between Earth and Mars. I feel like that just makes sense for like acclimating them. Yeah. Obviously, I can't do that. Okay, so it wasn't that I want to place those things. This thing. And I don't want it on the rotor, actually. I don't. I need an interstage node. I think that will do. Alright, the only issue that I have with this kind of design is just the sheer fact that, like, the center part doesn't rotate with it. Okay, so I'm thinking of adding like a counterweight, but I don't know how I would calculate the mass on that. In the meantime, I think I can just use SAS. Just spin myself. That makes it like really dirty on my. Maybe that's what we do. We'll do that, but just make it look dirtier. And then this, is it this color? Yeah, it is that color. What happens if we do like a silly color? No, that won't look too bad. It has to be gray or white or something. Or maybe like a darker but browner looking gray. Does that make or maybe that actually looks good, and I don't know why it does. It should. Maybe that's what we'll do. The hardest one, I don't know exactly. Probably the time that I did like a few months ago. Whoops. What are they? Alright, let's save that. And disable the staging of all these parts that I'm not gonna activate. And I think this is a very strong looking module. But I do want that sort of lookout tower. Plus, this is going to be its own individual module with like a port and all that. Plus, that gets to be the port it gets launched on. That's I think. Let me see. What shall I add? I don't have any monopropellant tanks, I don't think. Come on. Come on. Come on. It doesn't even look terrible. This is why I'm not at that many parts. I thought I had a lot more. We are gonna up it just a bit though. It's our center of mass. Oh, okay. And you know what? We'll do like a cargo bay. It makes it a bit longer, but it just makes more sense having it on that for some reason. These are like the push. Building to try to line it up. I think it's somewhere around there. No, not even close. That's pretty close. I'll just bring the bottom ones out of it. That wall's angled. I need to use this kind of line here. I don't know how accurate this is. And it don't look straight to me. Come on. I can't see this thing. Is it straight? No, it's not. You know what? The fairing that I shall put on it will decide. That's good, though. Why is it? Because it looks like I'm playing Minecraft in KSP. I don't know, white detail just looks really decent there, but I don't know. I think this looks ugly. If I do something like this. I don't know. I think my idea of having a lookout tower is just too good. Like, we have a fair amount of space, I think. Before it gets truly ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I would use that wouldn't poke out too far. Like, we have a can. It's really small. Like, Cola makes sense, probably the most sense, but it looks really funny on PlayStation like that. But you know what? I think that might just be it. Do I need a longer tank? There, come with. What happens if I shove something like that's not just attachable anyway, but it's attaching somewhere there. I guess on the ferry. Why does it think I'm holding down shift? I did not. Did I reroute you? Alright, I gotta go to the back. Alright. This is just, oh shit. I need a part that's more like the one that's already on there. I knew that would work. That might actually be the most interesting view possible from the spacecraft. I don't know. Hmm. Disable the SAS on this. Also do want fuel convert if we don't already have a ton of those. Okay. I've got no idea. La 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 la. That's true, Give me 30 minutes and I'll come to fix your viewer retention. Okay. Sure about that. Sure. That brain's just like this will definitely be more than 5 hours with this whole ship done. This is just supposed to be module 1. I have no clue what to put here. I feel like maybe I'll wait on that a bit. What does this look like orange? Does it look better orange? No, not really. Orange, what about? So there's a pure white design. I don't know. I just really do not like the way that those two parts intersect. That's it without the effects. It's not a lot of battery power though. Maybe that is what we can add to this thing to make it look a bit longer. And I don't know. I don't know though how much that's gonna help. I have it like that. That within it, it just looks more, I don't know, believable. Not that it really is, but plus I can do things like this. Color it. So I think I'm gonna make the inside. I don't know why I want to make the inside red. Instead, outside can be silver. So I'm gonna artificially bright it so we get just a bit of a different hue. Metal. Green is gonna be gold this time. It could be different colors, but more or less the same thing. Oh no, maybe we'll do something. I still don't know if I like the look at that there, but I don't know. I don't know about it. I do not know. Oh, hold on. Hold on a minute. Can I? Yeah, I can make that even more detail. Is that good or bad? Yeah. This can be gold. What are you trying to say? That the narcotics are what's fueling the space agency? I don't like what you're getting at. Flag. Hello, may I copy? The menus now. Just the idea of the radiators and it being like It just like why would this get like completely blasted by heat? What world does that make sense? But that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. If I go basic, does that do it better? No, it's just like it's hovering just above, but somehow it doesn't look like it's fully attached. Alright, the thing with this rotor that annoys me is the fact that the bit rotating isn't a solid bit, but this is 1.25. What does it look like if I snap a 0.8 wide part onto the bottom of that? So what we don't want is that. We want that, I believe. And it's not gonna fit. Oh, it's 2.5 though. 2.5. And it's not gonna be big enough. So I'm gonna add that, which is actually going to make it look more or less somewhat convincing. I need just like a, I don't know what I just said. I meant that it would allow me to control it from, I'd have a core that I could control that's spinning and then this thing. Look at that. This should would just need to come up just like that. But tell me that's not genius. Now all I want to do is take a couple of these out. These even fit in these orientation. Oh, they kind of do. Okay, I'm gonna test it now. And this is only module 1 of like maybe 4 or 5, I don't know yet. No, for a second I thought there wasn't any SAS control at all. Oh my goodness. What on earth? If I break it, works. But okay, I guess that's. I guess we now have a smooth rotating thing. The only problem is that I can't actually right click on this rotor. The idea being if you time warp it should just restart. Alright, I would say this is splendid. Let's go into this view and see how fast this thing actually goes under its Perseus power. It may not be very speedy, but it's more than speedy enough for my purposes. Okay, I don't know what else I was going to do to it. It could use better reaction controls. Oh. And the way I like to do those is with these parts, actually. Looks like we're gonna need the tiny size. So maybe some like up here too. But they're brought down at the same place. But that one's gonna be embedded. So lose one. But we'll have all the rest working. Okay, that's the secret. Just embed it. It looks better embedded. And then what? Communication equipment. For me, that's what balances out this thing as well. But this time it can actually be something like a thank you. I think it is too. Scrap. Alright, I've put the fattest dish on, and as you can see, it kind of doesn't fit. Hmm. Yeah, that'll do, I think. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. It does look a little ridiculous, but it's still under 100 parts. Well, see, if oil was found on Mars, that would mean there's life there, presumably. So yes, I pick Dave Blair. Now, it doesn't mean that, though. I don't know that the Martian oil would be of good quality. I don't know how gasoline refinery works, but somehow I wouldn't imagine it. Okay, so if I transfer... Okay, not transfer. I'll transfer this one. Oh, oops. So this is why if I had free IVA, this would be a lot more interesting. The side that has Earth is going to have no view at all. This side that I see the ring from. So it's actually not terrible that I have a thing kind of blocking my view. It's there ain't too much of a view, or won't be. There'll still be a good view. There'll just be a thing swinging behind it. Thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but now it does actually have not necessarily even the most powerful RCS in the world, but SAS, but it works good to move, actually. Combined with the RCS, maneuvering this thing isn't actually the most difficult task in the world. But the issue of that thing not rotating with the craft is still a thing. So let's fix that, and then I think we'll be pretty much done. We'll be done with only module 1. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what that's attached to. Well, you know what? Let me turn all auto struts off. set orbit. Let's try this again. Yeah, okay. It's really cartoonish looking. Yeah, so okay, well, the purpose of that SAS is you're gonna need to turn it off. And then the purpose of that is the camera tools. I'm thinking it usually locks to the so I can go like this and then have like a key that's like this. Let's see if this works. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to animate because it doesn't lock to the thing until. Is it even locking or is it okay? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So now I can do shots that are like this. Holy guacamole, it looks like a real spacecraft. That has a flashing problem for some reason. A lot of the stock parts do. Okay, so now the only part that's kind of annoying is if you want to go in there, change rotation for any reason. But I don't know that you have to. I think you could just hit break. And it'll do it. Whoa. I've got no volume and I've been wondering why. My headphones aren't plugged in. Okay, so there is no control to be had if you're locked onto that part. You gotta be controlling here, obviously. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing for this. I'm not too sure that there is, other than possibly solar panels. Last thing I'm gonna add. I don't know that I've got like a super convenient place for them, to be quite honest. I like the way that that looks. Yeah, I think that's fine. Our other option would be if we did him here. Oh, great.
I really hope that jittery jet guy is still here.
Who are you talking about? Is that the one who kept talking about the
Uh,
apple fritters?
no, the guy the guy that said at J, what sort of comment is that? Look how here.
What sort of commenting is that? I can't hear shit.
What?
What the fuck are you saying?
What?
Repeat yourself about what you said about the comment or something.
I don't fucking know. Okay.
Alright, well, I think this is Splinters, what I've got here. I think this will be Duna. Shut your fucking mouth! Module core. Please do not soundboard too hard. Alright, I want to see what kind of fairing this fat boy fits in. Fat boy, you going to space, fat boy? Oh. Would you look at that? It fits perfectly inside this.
Would you look at that?
Gee golly gosh.
It fits perfectly inside the fairing.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Are you having an acoustic?
Is he acoustic?
Are you acoustic?
Is he acoustic?
Stop repeating everything I say.
Stop repeating everything I say.
Shut your
fucking mouth.
I don't think you're making the stream retention better.
No, it just increased by like 3 people since I got here. I'm not joking. It was at 14 when I got here. Now you're at 17.
17 is somehow
You're welcome.
More than I've ever had.
Yeah, see? It works.
But I think it was already at more than I've ever had before you showed up. So,
yeah, it was at 14.
To say that that is you and not just by natural growth?
It's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides and CeraVe.
La 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 la.
Gee willikers, guys. I think we're in space. Fasten your seatbelt. Cause we've... Oh, would you look at that? It is stunning.
First of raw.
Allah. Je ne suis... Je ne comprends pas vos...
What the fuck?
Sehr hungrig ich bin. Ah, scheiße. Oh, God, don't tell me. Oh, okay. What the? That's not what I had going on before. What the hell? Oh my god. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? So, RPM limit could be about 500. And keep cork. More engage. RPM limit. So, how you just throttle it? Can you throttle it up with a normal action grip, or does it have to be an axis of rotation? Because if it's an axis of okay, so what are the custom action groups? What are the custom axis action group? KSP custom axis action group. Oh, so those you can assign yourself, but only using the like I'll have to find other buttons to use. Maybe because like the arrows are gonna use up the I have to find something like a group of 4 that is not taken up by anything else, and I do not know that there is such a thing on my keyboard. To be quite honest, in a convenient location.
Why have you tried those really ass?
You have acousticism. You know, I thought I was acoustic. Then I met you. You are way more acoustic than I could ever dream to be.
Yes.
It kind of makes me a little bit embarrassed, if I'm being quite honest.
Embarrassing.
So.
The guy who said this live stream made me play KSP when he sees me walk in. Immediately closes the game.
La 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 la.
Okay. How would I do if I made to custom single stage orbit rocket? I use this part, or like I use a part more like this? Like these are still, after all the years, these still are the more advanced.
After everything, it's still you.
Exactly.
Oh wait, that's despite everything.
And I can recolor it. Okay. Does stock white actually match? Where's stock white?
No.
I'd keep scrolling past that fucking. Okay, what color should I make the side thing? Like silver?
Nobody's responding to you.
No one's responding to what? I've just been hearing you making monkey sounds.
What?
Are you trying to contact monkeys?
Greetings, Earthling.
Ah, shit. No. I
Need
can't.
to absorb.
Salutation. Salutation.
Salutations, Huz.
An alien lands and says that.
Salutations, Huz. We come in peace.
Oh, don't ruin it.
I'm ruining it.
Let's make this chrome just like the last one, but we're gonna bump up the detail like how shiny it can look.
A
Crazy.
shimmy, mama.
I think it actually looks pretty decent, but the thing is we can't have any crossfeed and here anywhere. So no crossfeed, it still has 3,500, and that's pretty decent. But here's the kicker.
Right here's the kicker.
I'm gonna add okay, here's where we do our like special pattern.
La 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 la
I don't know why the vase setting just makes it all go grayscale, but doesn't actually show any colors that I can change.
Bum, bum, bum,
Bum,
bum,
bum.
wow, 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 wow.
Maybe I do have to bump down the metallic. Maybe some of it can be a little bit more. That don't look too ugly, I don't think. This is just the body of an SSTO.
A Sigma.
Attention, skibby rizzlers.
Dude, they added Skibbity toilet fucking Discord things. Whatever it's called. The stupid profile decoration thingies.
I don't even know what the fuck skibidi toilet is.
I don't know either. It just appeared.
Am I getting too old for this generation?
Is Skibbity toilet like my schizophrenia demon or something?
Why do you say that?
Because it just appeared one day.
Yeah.
I should have avoided music education at all costs because now I'm going to be dealing with the kids who are like, I'm so nostalgic for Skibbity Toilet. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope the snorts are coming through.
They are,
And
at least on my end.
Good.
What have I started? What did I do?
Da-da-da-da-da.
British people, when they censor the word ass, bum. You translate that?
I don't think it meant anything.
Translate it anyways.
Are we having like Chinese commenters again? Or are you talking about mine?
No.
You're just talking about me.
Yeah.
Sumpa, Sonsai, Sundaragadayo.
I was watching the Squid Game earlier.
That wasn't the right country I was thinking. But close enough.
What? No, I mean, like, your microphone was completely blown out when you were saying that. What did you just say?
I said that was not the right that wasn't the right country. At least not the one I
I
was
mean,
going
yeah.
for.
Oh my god, it's you, Hong Sang-yong. Hong Sang-yong from the Squid Game. From the Squid Game. You was in the Squid Game. From the Squid Game. Hong Sang-yong.
This is so true. And Betty, will you like Perry Apkish can be like the competitor brand? What do we think about this guys? Is this epic sauce? It's epic sauce. Is this skibidi epic sauce or like what, guys? What's the difference between just the color and then panel?
The color and the shape.
No, the color and the shape is both the same.
The color and the shape by the Foo Fighters.
I didn't laugh.
It wasn't a joke. I was just saying that.
And you know what?
So yeah, that's the appropriate reaction you should have had.
You shouldn't have because.
Oh, holy shit, you're so right. Dude, I didn't think of that.
Yo, another problem that we have is the landing gear. So I don't know how to make landing gear, but if I let me see if I grab almost like someone's sleeping. That was not what
What?
the one I just did the sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
Draw.
don't say it like that. That's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Shut it, the up-it, please. You are hurting my brain with your cruel.
Brother, if you do not shut your
Hello.
I don't know how tomfoolerous arse. If you do not close your tomfoolerous arse right this moment.
So this is the thing that SpaceX could never do? Having big fucking legs on your spacecraft?
Having the big fucking rocket.
The big sharding machine.
But here's the sharder.
Yar. So the idea behind this one is we're gonna have a
Yeah.
panel. I shall
Oh, it makes me want to hack that.
Oh, don't say it like that, you fucking pervert.
You look like the 4th of July.
Oh, don't fucking say it like that. It's fucking disgusting, dude. What the fuck?
Do you hate Jennifer Coolidge or something?
Who the fuck is that?
The lady who dated the Minecraft villager in the Minecraft movie.
What? What?
That wasn't even a quote from the Minecraft movie. That was just some other role she had. And she just sounds like that. Oh my god.
Is
You
that,
look like the 4th of July.
is that why she likes the Minecraft villager? Because
Probably.
she is one.
She learns how to speak Minecraft villager language in the movie.
That's disgusting. Imagine doing that. In the movie,
Oh my god.
they try to make that look cool. In real life, you would just be like another weird pervert.
Oh my god.
Oh my shit. Cute workers. This is the most disgusting information I've ever learned in my entire life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You get all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, write that down. You don't want to forget it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Dude, you have 20 people.
Yeah, and they're all excited to see what I'm gonna make. So
They're all excited because I'm here.
the only issue with this design is that I am going to
Going to neuron activation.
it is the fact that these are going to they're not gonna connect
For
well.
$100. For $100. Name a yellow condiment that you put on a burger.
Mustard.
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 Why are you shitting yourself? Excuse me, what the fuck? I didn't remember shitting being part of the
Mustard.
performance.
Mustard.
That's really the way that you want to act.
Mustard.
Yeah, I guess you can go about that, but don't expect me to partake in it for sure. Oh, cute willikers.
No, I'm done.
Are you sure about that? Are you
Yeah, just don't say the M word again.
What's the M word?
The one that starts with the letter M. When the fuck did I send this to you? Man, I gotta get out of here. Okay, watch your viewers drop by like half when I leave,
Yeah,
because I'm going to bed.
I need to soon as well.
Get the wait.
Don't be offensive on my stream.
You get all that?
I think so.
Okay, it's glad we understand. Okay.
I'm getting close to my fart ship landing gear design.
this fart shift swagger is from another planet. So they would say. New video, whenever I feel like making it. I have one. But it ain't done yet. Yes, that is the idea. But I'll reuse like probably this rocket a couple times, I'm hoping. See, I don't know if that's better or if a grip pad is better. I'm gonna assume like a grip pad is better. Crazy how I know exactly which one to get. So auto start heaviest, but then as far as I know. Oh my goodness, where's the motor again? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. So this cannot be auto strutted, I think. Test if that can rotate. The idea is that the rocket is a completely reusable SSTO, except for the fairing. Was that lightning, or did my thing just make that much of a light? I think it was lightning. And the suspension looks good. So, you've got a couple of things to test. It's actually slow down and also face up. Would you look at that? It works perfect. That's the idea. Multiple rockets. Now that's quite a splendorous shot. If only these had happened when I was actually recording. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm trying to land it with like a thrust to weight ratio of maybe 1.45 or something, but it ain't gonna work like that. But okay, the rest of it works. Oh my goodness, we're gonna need hanger extenders real soon. This is the absolute biggest payload this rocket is gonna carry, I think. And it has only just enough Delta V. I plan on using this rocket design. My brain is starting to die a little bit. I think I might end up saving the rest for next time after all. But finish this. I really don't think there's that much more that I can add. Like, I can add some designs. All right, let's see if we can fly this to orbit. Hold up. There is one thing missing. It's just the, well, I don't know, because there's a couple batteries. But if they can survive one orbit around Kerbin, I think it's good. Okay, so if I used an efficient thrust profile, I probably would have made it. The issue, though, it seems to be using up more of one kind of fuel than the other. I'm pretty sure cross-feed to the payload is disabled as far as I know. So I don't know what that could be to blame. Both of those have their cross-feed disabled, and I know that reduced the delta V because I saw the number go down. But we'll see how much is left after payload deployment. And if it lasts an orbit or two, then we won't have to put any means of generating power other than simply firing the motors. Hopefully we have more Delta V also. Yeah, see, and I didn't deploy the payload fairing as early as I could have. It's the electric charging this thing, 7,000. Okay, so way more than a couple orbits. And I can also maneuver So it probably doesn't even need nearly as many batteries as it already has. 575. It's gonna help that. Okay. We're gonna land in the desert, I've decided. Let me try actually seeing if I can. That's where I would in a vacuum. That's where I'll actually. Oh, and it looks like we are coming in hot. This is gonna put our landing off a bit. I'm trying to make it better, but the sad truth is we will be off from our site, wherever the fuck it may be. Under the clouds somewhere around here. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think the only reason why is I just need more fuel. People want me to do maximum or minimalist missions, and that's there's a reason I build them so big. It's because I need that. I need it. Alright, so this is gonna be whatever was on it before. No, 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 no. Keep that there. Keep that there. Take this off. But then add a bigger reserve. So now we have slightly more for flying. And a big, big reserve for landing. I think this will be splendor. It's beyond splendorous even. keep wanting to hit. This should work just about perfectly. What? What? What's on earth? So a liquid fuel was completely out, and I've only deprived myself of oxidizer. What the? Okay, so what happens if I do the opposite? So I need to fix that. Fix that. And now I can improve my turn angle a bit better. So both of these need to be disabled. And both of these need to be enabled. Then I should be good. And that's too steep of an ascent profile, I think. And that wasn't steep enough. Well, if everything else works fine, then that will just be another excellent test of how much room for error there is. Because especially for such an advanced mission and recording it, I will want that. No, I think we just killed too much of our velocity. I'm confused on why the random tip. I wasn't aiming at making them pass out. But thank you for the random fact, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to be careful and actually focus. As late as it is getting, I want to give this one more try. So what I will do, I'm also going to do a sort of roll. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's the first thing to start out with, I guess. My roll program. Let's get to the first ring. And we're going to hold that until, let's say, 150 meters per second. Yeah, I should have waited for 150. Oh well, we'll hit it at 225. And as long as I keep it pointing straight, this should be close to an ideal ascent profile. I'm really trying. I feel like this just looks like a giant Falcon 9. basically what it is. Oh, okay. We are really cruising now. I don't know why this is like taking more fuel than before. I feel like that ain't right. Why are my engines pooping out? Because I know I put bigger fuel tank and that weighs more, but I wouldn't think it would make that huge of a difference. I guess it is like 1/3 the tank. Never mind. I see why I would do all that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna take that off, and I'll put. Oh god, what size tank was that? It was this size, I think. So we could try that. See if that has like a more ideal. That's like a Saturn V. But hopefully this one actually gives me more delta V total. Definitely fighting a lot of air resistance through that, but okay, well that wasn't efficient, but again, we're very tight on delta V, but even if I don't land it perfectly, um, I should be able to slow down to a stop at least. Okay, this is when we're gonna end up. I don't know. How much delta V do we have? $600. Okay. We should have enough to land. It's just will it land? Okay, it can definitely land. It's just I need more stimulants in my bloodstream to do it. Is all. I'd say it works pretty well. Pretty well. I would add just a bit more fuel to it. Maybe it is actually worth it to have an entirely. You know what? Really. How did I do that? I just like glided it across, but I like to use 3200. I think is like a good minimum for getting into orbit. And not at nay what delta V this thing has at all. It says 4,000. Let's see if it actually works better with all of the fuel tanks unchecked. Oh, it doesn't if you do telesize them. Well, I feel like I really don't need to keep watching it over and over and over and over and over again. I did it once. I could do it with more care, but I think I'm gonna end this because my brain's just gonna completely lose functioning. But I'm gonna add. What I'm gonna add to the station is just a few more things. A few more things. I already know this is going to be docked to the front of the ship. I've thought about things I could bring with me, rather, that could dock to here. So these ports. And to these ones, where obviously we're gonna have just like 2 of these going. Something silly like that, and then just like a pod, but obviously a lot more detailed. But I think you see the vision. Luckily, documentary. What are you talking about for this craft specifically? I'm just building shit and streaming it. Mostly that's just motivating me to build it. It makes me feel like I'm doing something productive, at least with my time. But this is only module 1 of 4 for the station, of at least 4, not including the vehicle docked to it and whatever accessories. So 5, 6, 7 launches maybe, and that is for ship. That is for the Duna ship, which is just the phase 3 of an entire mission plan. Phase 1 is going to be putting up all these satellites and stuff around the satellite network up high, satellite network low, and then some scouting on the surface. And then step 2 is going to be sending the base and the refinery, which are going to be 2 gigantic, probably 5 to 10 launch cargo ships assembled in low Kerbin orbit, and then they depart one after the other. Those 2 will deploy their payloads the transfer window before this thing launches. So, no, I'll be making a lot. There's got to be like 15 more of these I've got to send out. This is only rocket 1. It's too much. Too much. I'll auto strut these since it just makes sense to me. I think this is good enough for now. I think I'll save this. I don't know if I want to do action groups until the ship's in orbit. I feel like that's part of the constructing. But this entire thing is only 178 parts, and if I take the rocket off, then it's under 100. And the part budget I'm looking for is probably under 600. So the other lander and everything docked to that. That's 150 taken away. So we've used 250 out of 600. I'd say that's really good. Considering like these are probably gonna be like 10 parts. And then the only other big thing is the propulsion module, which I don't know if I'm gonna do 2-stage or single stage. And then a propulsion module is what's mostly been stopping me from finishing. Like I got to think about it for like a day or two, figure it out. I'm gonna do this because I could just do like a nuclear propulsion stage, but that is very. It's just like too future-y, I feel like. But I mean, it would obviously be the best way to do it because you're gonna get there with less weight. And maybe I will use a nuclear engine, but I'll also have maybe like a chemical stage. I don't know. All I know is it's going to be very, very advanced. So I'm going to say this is I don't know why this is saved like this. This would be. I'm going to open this. New folder. Duna. And we're going to save this under this. Duna. I don't know what I want to call it. It's a ship. I'll just call it cruise ship 1. And then the next part. we'll do the arms. And then the propulsion module. But I gotta sleep on this. I gotta let it marinate in my brain. Imagine the design, let my creativity flow, etc., etc., etc. I'll probably be back tomorrow or tonight with a different, the next night with a different design. Definitely not tonight. I'm running out of energy and time.